Welcome to LFC Transfer Hub. Arne Slot Press Conference. Milan defeat, transfers and Hong Kong welcome. Arne Slot discussed Liverpool's pre-season defeat by AC Milan, the transfer window and the club's time in Hong Kong at a press conference on Saturday. The head coach spoke to the media at a briefing that followed the Reds' 4-2 loss against the Serie A side, which was played in front of almost 50,000 supporters at Kai Tak Stadium. On his assessment of the game as a whole, I saw a few good things, but I think we also have to improve in certain areas. We got counterattacked too much today, but that probably also has to do with the fact that we missed out on 7 senior players and we wanted to give 20 players playing time. As a result of that, too many players didn't play in their own position. But we still were able to play our normal game, but we were a bit too open once in a while on the counterattack. On whether Liverpool need to address the centre-back position. I'm looking to my left and I don't think we have a concern at centre-back. In terms of depth, I think Ryan Gravenberch showed today, by the way, that he can play in that position. He did it last season as well. Although we all know we favor him as a number 6. Wada Endo can play there. Joe Gomez only has a minor injury. He has been good for us last season as well. We have enough options left. But it's true that Jarell Quansah left and we haven't replaced him yet. On why Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez were not involved and if it was because of speculation about their futures. In Lucho's situation it was, there's a lot of rumors around him lately and I cannot go into that. He's training really well with us, but we have decided for now not to play him yet. In Darwin's situation he has trained also really well and played a few good games for us already this season. But he was injured, so we didn't take the risk. It was a little bit the same with Wada. He trained with us for the whole week, but we didn't want to risk with him as well. That's part of pre-season. The boys need to go towards match fitness and that's a thin line sometimes. In this situation we thought it was smarter for Darwin and Wada to be out today, but I assume they will be there with us when we are in Japan playing the next game. On whether he has spoken to Diaz about the situation. Yeah, but I'm used to talking to most of my players on a regular basis. Like I said, Lucho is training really well and we've decided that he's not playing at the moment in the games. I cannot comment much more about that. On if Diaz wants to leave the club, that is not the person to ask me. On the decision about appointing a new vice-captain and if discussions have taken place. Yeah, but like I just said, we talk more than you guys maybe think. But it's not like there's a vacancy. It's true that Trent Alexander-Arnold left the club, but Virgil and Trent already got the help from others as well last season. I think there's enough leadership in the group at the moment. It is probably already decided, but I'm not telling it here yet who will be the new vice-captain. But it's clear we have more than a few that can take that role. On the support Liverpool have received in Hong Kong. Wherever we go in the world, if it was last year in the USA at Anfield, our away games, or we are here in Hong Kong, everywhere we go we feel so much support and love from the fans. That was here today, but it was already 2 days ago when we trained in the stadium. I don't think many clubs train in stadiums where 25,000 people are watching a training session. It tells you something about the club, but also about our fans. We are really happy to be here because it is for the new players also nice to see what this club means in the world, not only at Anfield but in the world. I asked Virgil 2 days ago, was this the first time you trained in front of 25,000? And he replied and said in Singapore he'd also trained in front of a lot of people. This is what this club means all over the world and we are happy to be part of that. On his opinion of Hong Kong overall, my view has mainly been the training pitch and my hotel room, and the hotel where we eat, but we've been welcomed really well. We have a great hotel, we have good training facilities. Of course, the weather is a little bit warmer than we're used to in Liverpool, but you can stay in Europe and it can be sometimes really warm as well. I think there have only been positives what we've experienced until now, apart maybe from the result today. For the rest, we could work really good. Most players have stayed fit and we've had a lot of help and support from the people of Hong Kong. On how it felt hearing fans singing his name at the stadium. Weird in general if they sing for you, especially if you are a manager. If you are a player, you maybe get used to that a little bit more. If you perform well, by the way. Most managers, when they sing for them, it has something to do with a few bad results and then people start to sing for you. It is nice what Jurgen Klopp did back then a year ago and it's nice to hear it, but my main focus is on the game. I prefer to enjoy what I see in front of me instead of what I hear behind me. But sometimes these things can both happen, and that's the ideal world. On Liverpool's work in the transfer window, I think what I've also said is I'm really happy with the squad we had. That's what we also showed by not bringing in new players last season. Now we won the league, but you can see everywhere around us. In the Premier League, but also we play in Europe, so we want to achieve things there as well, that all of these teams try to strengthen their squads. So, if you do the same as we did last year, we will probably not be able to win it again. So, we have to improve the players that are still here, and we've tried to bring new energy in, but also weapons, as you called it, and I think the players we've brought in have shown already in the few times we have trained together and the games we've played. Now let's wait how Hugo Ekitike is going to do that. Really pleased what we did until now, but already really pleased we kept the players that had an extended contract last season. Liverpool beaten by AC Milan in Hong Kong friendly. Liverpool were beaten 4-2 by AC Milan in their pre-season friendly at Hong Kong's Kai Tak Stadium on Saturday night. On the eve of the first leg of their Asia tour concluding, the Reds fell behind to a Rafael Leo goal but went in level at halftime courtesy of an excellent Dominic Szoboszlai strike. Milan took a large step to secure the Standard Chartered Trophy after the break, though with Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Noah Okafor on the mark in a decisive 7-minute spell. A stoppage-time Cody Gakpo header gave Liverpool brief hope, but a defensive mix-up allowed Okafor to immediately restore a 2-goal lead with the last kick. Liverpool will now travel to Japan on Sunday for the remainder of their tour, facing Yokohama F. Marinos in their next friendly on Wednesday. Team. Alisson Becker made his first appearance of preseason as Arne Slot once again fielded almost entirely different teams in each half. Liverpool first half. Alisson, Stevenson, Gravenberch, Van Dijk, Robertson, Morton, Nyoni, 32, Szoboszlai, Sulla, Elliott, Wirtz, Ngumaha. Liverpool second half. Mamardashvili, Bradley, Konate, Tsimikas, Kirkez, Jones, Gravenberch, Morton, 62, Nyoni, Gakpo, Doak, Frimpong. First half. Respects were paid to Diogo Jota and Andre Silva before kickoff, with Liverpool players wearing black armbands and jerseys etched with Jota's name. One side of Kai Tak Stadium formed a mosaic reading DJ20, and Sir Kenny Dalglish laid a wreath beside those supporters. When the match began, there were early efforts at both ends. First, Alisson got down low to thwart Christian Pulisic after the Reds had squandered possession in their own half. Szoboszlai and Leo drew routine saves with strikes from distance before the Serie A outfit took the lead on 10 minutes, courtesy of the latter. Leo was sent into space down the left flank on a Milan counterattack and was able to move into a shooting position with Liverpool exposed. The forward thumped a finish into the roof of the net from an angle. Mohamed Salah and Florian Wirtz almost combined fruitfully, but their series of short passes around the box were cut out as the former tried to set up the latter. Nevertheless, Liverpool soon leveled in style. Rio Ngumaha troubled Milan down the left and sent the ball back to Szoboszlai, who arced a fine curler over Mike Maignan into the top corner. The Milan goalkeeper had to react quickly within moments, repelling a low hit from the lively Ngumaha after more slick footwork created space. The Reds were enjoying the upper hand and Sulla went close to recreating Szoboszlai's goal from the other side of the area, only to place the finish too high. Breakaways were proving effective for Milan, and another gave Pulisic the chance to line up a daisy cutter from the edge of the box, though it drifted wide. Sulla whipped a rebound, first-time volley wide of the right post, and Alisson beat out Pulisic's latest effort from close range shortly before an entertaining first half concluded. Second half. Liverpool began the second half brightly, and Gakpo swerved a decent strike over the opposition goal frame within a minute of the restart. However, a double punch from Milan put them in control ahead of the hour mark. Leo's pace took him away in the left channel on 52 minutes, and he unselfishly moved the ball to the supporting Loftus-Cheek, who nudged low past the reach of Georgi Mamardashvili. Their lead was stretched further with 59 on the clock, Alexis Sailmakers running free on the right flank and squaring for Okafor to crack in a clinical effort on the first touch. Ryan Gravenberch's final input before being substituted was a long-range attempt that flicked off the top of the crossbar. As Slot's men sought a way back into the contest, Jeremy Frimpong was a productive outlet. The Dutchman was denied from an angle drive, having superbly brought down Gakpo's crossfield pass. Later, Frimpong tore past his marker on the side of the area and sent the ball into the middle. It ultimately ran out to Tyler Morton, whose sliced shot skewed wide. On an evening when a new record attendance was set at Kai Tak Stadium, the match ended with stoppage-time goals from each team. Gakpo arced a fine header into the top corner from an Ibrahima Konate lofted cross, only for an error at the back to present Okafor with a simple tap-in. Thanks for watching. Like and comment and subscribe.